demonic, just a bunch of different things. We want to go over all that with you. Then we want to go over the equipment, what works, what doesn't. We'll tell you the stuff we've used that does work. We'll tell you the stuff that hasn't worked. I've got some equipment from Ursula Belinsky. I'll tell you right now, some of the greatest stuff I've used. Eon pumps, my Obelisk works fantastic. And anyone that shows up, I will have flyers set up with the names and emails and addresses and stuff where you can actually pick this stuff up, because the gentleman that makes this stuff is incredible, and we'll have all that for you if you show up for this class. We're looking at possibly, I know it might be a tiny bit steep, but we're looking at possibly $35 for the whole day. If you do the class, $10 would go to the class, $25 is going to the bus tour, because that is our set rate on a bus tour, is $25. On the bus tour, you can bring yourself your little bag or your cooler or whatever you'd like. We don't stop people from, drinking alcohol on the bus, but we really do push that you don't get smashed. If you want to have a drink or two, that's fine, but we don't. It's not a good thing to be drinking a lot during a tour, because some places that we do go, if you don't take it serious enough, you could get hurt. You might laugh and chuckle right now, but don't listen, go on a bus tour and go home with scratches or whatever. So you have to be clear-minded when you go to these places, and you have to respect these places as if you respect your own home. But yeah, it could be a good deal. We're looking at that, and then after a couple hours of the schooling, this will be an all-day thing. From there, we're going to do the bus tour. Once we're finished with this, the MPS schooling, we're going to take a bus tour. The bus will pick us up where we're having the classes at, and everyone will pile on the bus. You'll get to meet Ursula Belinsky. I'm not sure about Carl, but I'm hoping Carl Cushman, and it'll be a good time. It really would be, and it'll be interesting for all you paranormal investigators and want to be paranormal investigators or thinking about being a paranormal investigator. It'll be a good chance to come out and just kick with them and learn what Frank knows. Frank is really good at the schooling. He's really good with the knowledge. He's good with explaining a lot of the technical things. And if we can get Ken out there, Ken is great with the electrical stuff. I would love it if he can make it if he's not working. That would be cool too. So it's all going to be in May, so we have a lot of time to plan this and work it out. We'll see. Again, $35 for the whole day. I'm not saying anyone's going to be getting any give-outs or whatever, but I'm going to work on something. If we can figure something out, yeah, we'll have something. But right now, again, this is what we're doing this for. So we have the extra money to be able to do stuff like that. Maybe buy, mugs or t-shirts or whatever. Something that we can maybe in the part 2 school. Then maybe we'll actually have something to give you, or however it works out. But right now, basically, we just need to get an account set up. We need to get some money put away, and this way we can do other better things for everybody else. We'll see. It should be a good time. And if you really want to learn, then this is a place to learn. You couldn't ask for any better teachers, because these people, they know what they're talking about. And hopefully we can get a few other people in there to help out during the day. I'll talk to some other people to come in. Maybe I can get someone to come in and read some ghost stories, and just give you some background on some of the stuff in Chicago better than I could. Myself, I'm learning. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get the interest up. Well, really know, I guess I about covered what I wanted to say for tonight. just want to put shouts out to Jennifer. She's doing a great job working on a new MPS. She is working on putting together MPS East, and I'm really bad at names, and I'm really sorry, but I know that we have another young lady, and I will promise I'll remember your name next time. She's working on MPS West, and you have to remember, my memory is just like a hard-boiled egg now, you know. All the partying days are over for me, and now it's just a pile of rotten eggs. So I have a terrible memory, and I'm working on it and trying to get back to learning myself. And yeah, I know half you probably fell asleep by now. This is a great field, and if you ask Frank, or you ask Ken, if you ask Jeanette, or you ask Kathy, Paul, any of them, Nick, ask them why they do what they do, and they're going to tell you because it's a passion. You know, it's not. I've seen on Facebook recently, you know, people are bitching and yelling and saying that all these groups now are forming because they want the glory and the fame. You know, bullshit. These people don't really know. They don't know the years and the years and the years. It took me 30 years. 30 fucking years to finally come out and try to meet people that actually had the same abilities that I have, or that were interested in the same abilities that I had. 30 years, probably 36 years, just say, to finally open up and admit to other people that, you know, I've seen this, and I've heard that, and I've known this, and I've done that. You know, my family always wondered, why do you watch these shows, and what are you so interested in it for? But they didn't realize my background. They didn't realize I was putting up with all this stuff all these years. And for many years, I didn't even realize what I was dealing with. You know, this isn't just something you see on TV and then you go out and say, well, I want to be a ghost hunter. No, it doesn't work that way. If you got someone in the field, a true person in the field that really has a passion for this field, it's only because they've dealt with it before many years. The shows might have helped bring us out. The shows might help us open up. But until that first NFL player many years back finally turned around and said, hey, I'm gay, how many NFL players have you ever seen that actually had the balls to come out and say that they had a problem, or that they were this sexual orientated person? Not a lot. And then next thing you know it, it's all over the place. Everyone's coming out. Well, it's the same with the paranormal. You know, it's the same thing. One person says something, and, you know, I get tired of hearing it. I don't want to hear it. And so many times I want to write back and I want to say something bad, but I don't. Because everybody has their right to their opinion. I just wish sometimes they would keep their mouth shut, but you know what? Again, they have their right to speak. They have their right to say what they want to say. But at the same time, sometimes I wish you would just keep it to yourself. Because, you know, sometimes it offends the wrong people. Me personally, yeah, I was kind of offended. I have a radio show with a good group of people. We all share it. We're good at what we do. We enjoy what we do. We're not looking for fame. We're trying to get information out to people that want to sit and listen that can't be with us. Like Jennifer and all these other people around the country. They can't sit in my backyard and barbecue with me and talk about the paranormal. or that can't come over to my house and say, hey, what about this or what about that. That's why our radio show's for. It's for information. It's for knowledge. I pay for my show. My group pays for the show. We all take care of that. We all take care of doing what we do because we do it because we want to. We don't get paid to do this show. We pay to do this show because we want to. Because we want to give you the knowledge. Or we want to hear your feedback. Or we want to know the next place to go. That's why we do what we do. Everybody works. You really think if they didn't give a shit about this field, you really think Frank, as much as he works all week and as much problems as he's had with his body, and Jeanette works as hard as she does, and of course Ken, who barely can make it to show ever because of his work, but yet tries, Kathy that busts her ass at work every day of the week, you really think if they really didn't give a shit about this field that they'd be sitting behind a mic talking to everybody? Well, I'm just curious if any of you that wrote what you wrote are listening to this today or ever. That's my explanation. This field is, there's just too much to this field to worry about being famous and making money. Bullshit. There's too many answers out there to have to worry about all that crap right now. And me personally, I can't get it to everybody that wants it without my show, without the MPS show. I keep saying my show, but it's the MPS show. It's not my show, it's MPS show. But without MPS, how else do we explain it to people that can't be around? That's why we do the show. That's why we screw off on the show, because we have a good time doing it. Because we don't have a script. We're not told what to do. We're not under contract. We're not making $1 billion. We give a guy some money, we go behind a stinky table, and we've got great mics and great equipment, and the guy that's running it now, Dan, he's doing a fucking great job. And we have fun. It's a hobby to us. It's what we do. And my hat goes off to everyone that walks into that booth every Sunday and sits down and put on a set of headphones and grabs a mic and just does what they do. My hat goes out to all of them because they do a great job. I couldn't be there 2 weeks ago, and Jeanette and Frank went in there with open arms and full speed ahead, and they knocked it out of the park. They did a great damn job. And then Paul and Nick showed up. It was a great show. I enjoyed it. I listened to every minute of it. I thought it was great. So, for everybody out there that wants to doubt any of us and thinks that we're only here for fame and fortune, well, kiss my ass. Kiss your ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss the ass. You get the point. Alright everyone, I'm about ready to run out of time again, so let's cut this down to an hour tonight. I don't really know much more right now. When I find information out on these other investigations, we'll let you know. I probably couldn't let you know locations exactly, but I will let you know we are going to be doing the investigations, and I really hope that other people are listening tonight. I hope you all enjoyed this, and I hope you learned a little bit. I didn't give too much history out, but enough. And I hope you tune in on Sunday to another great Midnight Paranormal radio show. Again with me and Frank and Jeanette, and Kathy, and Paul, and Nick, and Kenneth, and all the rest of them. Shit, we normally lately had a lot going on, and we had a lot of guest stars, and Ursula and Amanda or Amelia, and there's so many. Carl Cushman, Len Dorman. We just have so many. Willie Atkins. I'm Dave. Midnight Paranormal Society.